All right, we're back at it. Week 3, Photoshop 1, Intro to Photoshop. When you come to class, you should log in, pull up your Photoshop, open it up. Remember how to do that. You jump on the computer, the password, if they ask you for a password, is student one. If you have a laptop, good for you, better. Um, if you have Photoshop on your laptop, it's probably easier, but you don't have to. You can use the Photoshop here if you want.
Okay, I'm totally clueless again. I just got a brand new computer this week, just like this, and I can't use it.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
What's up, Bernie? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
So what do I do?
You log into your computer. Is it on?
It's on.
All right, we're gonna click and open up Photoshop. So here, let me share my screen.
So Photoshop is where?
Remember, Photoshop is gonna be this P and S right here. So P and S for Photoshop. PS.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So we're gonna open up Photoshop. Remember to sign in. You have to use your email. So that's going to be probably your first initial and last name at gablin.edu. Click that, then it's going to ask for your G number and password to log in.
So it's by my name and
So it's going to be your first initial and then your last name at gablin.edu. Let y'all log in at home. If you're jumping in or watching this recorded, feel free to skip until once we start getting into actual Photoshop.
and then my G number.
Then your G number and your password to log in. We'll go at a nice pace, let everyone follow along. But know that once I finish the lecture, it's lab time. You get as much time as you want to keep editing your stuff. I'm happy to sit there and walk you through it personally if something didn't click or you want to say, hey, Tim, let's go over this. As always, I put up on Monday the week's lessons, which include descriptions and pictures of what we're going to be doing in class during the lecture, and additionally some extras for you to look and read. So if something in my lecture doesn't click, you can always rewatch the lecture because I record them all and I upload them within about 24 hours of they're recorded, but also there's some like pictures and writing that will describe all the tools. This week, we're going to be focusing on the selection tools and how to select objects within our pictures. Now, remember, also we log into Photoshop, but more importantly, let's go into our Canvas. So you open up your web browser. You're going to go to gablin.edu and click on iLearn. You logged in, Cindy?
No, I just can't even get
Still there? Okay, well, while you're working on it, we're going to go to week 3, and then I have this link to this week's files. Click and download that unless you haven't downloaded it before. People in class, if you're not working on your machine, remember a hard drive is going to be useful to saving your information.
still not getting it there.
All right, just give a second. Recommend downloading this week's files. The files also include photos that you can work on and follow basically the example files that I'm going to be using, as well as my finished PSDs.
Okay,
Um,
so now,
So you're in.
okay, now I need to drag my file.
So now you need to go ahead and go to a web browser, which will be Google Chrome or this one right here, Cindy.
Right.
Yep. And then I want you to go to gavlin.edu. And then you're gonna have to use your G number again.
Okay, for this class.
Gavlin.edu. Oh, you
Capital
Daniel,
G?
are you?
Capital G or no?
Are you turned off? The capitals don't matter for that. Sleep. I get that's how it works.
Okay, is that right?
Yeah, it's loading. Give it a second. If you're logged in, you could have your cloud-based stuff. Where's Canvas at? Gavlin.edu? You're not at Gavlin.edu. You're you're in the portal, so that's not right.
Okay, come on, it's still loading.
Looks like it. Excuse me. Taking sweet time. Gotta love it. Go ahead and open Safari just in case, because I'm impatient.
Yeah, so have I. That's why I.
All right, so we want to click on iLearn, which will get you to Canvas. Username and password, or your G number and password right there. All right. So once you're in your Canvas, let's go back here. Once you're in your Canvas, scroll down to your module, which would be, at least it's purple for me. It could be, is it purple for all y'all? All right. Click on DM75. You'll scroll down and see week 3, links to this week's files. You click it. Now it's going to give you this thing. It's going to go unhappy face. Ignore that. But if you click this right up here on the top, it will give you the lesson. It will actually look different because I'm the main person. You're going to download, click and download all of them.
This is slow today. Not sure what's going on with this.
Hey, Santi, you don't have to sign in. FYI.
This site cannot be reached.
If you scroll up, here, do download, then you don't have to log in to get it. Is that logging in?
Two
All right.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
week 3. Oh, okay. It was purple.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go here. Yep. All right. Week 3.
Okay.
That was an announcement, but if we go home here, we're going to scroll down here. We're going to click on this week's files. We're going to click up here. It's going to take us to Dropbox. We're going to say download all your stuff. You can log in if you want, but you don't have to log in. Now it's downloading into the download area. So once it finishes downloading, about 1.5 minutes for you. Okay. The zip. So if you got it as a zip, double click it. It'll open up the files. Each week they're going to get a little bit bigger. We'll give everyone a chance to download them if you haven't. But I'm going to tell you, all of y'all, when you get in, first thing you should be doing is this every single week. There's going to be new files every single week. So logging in first thing when we get here. Okay. Is it downloaded yet, Cindy? How much time you got?
It's almost there.
Great.
Almost.
Yeah, the internet, lots of people. Okay, so cool. So now that we have this, we'll double click it. We can see all of our assets here. Okay, So I'm going to go and tell you something else to do. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to open up Bridge. Adobe Bridge. Remember last week we opened up Bridge. It's going to be the B and R icon here. You can see it right here on my screen.
BR?
BR. Click that up. That's our file browsing system. It allows us to look at multiple files at the same time. If you are blank over here, what I recommend, this is what I'm going to recommend you do. Let's go open up a Finder window. So click the happy face. Or if you're a PC, you're going to do your file browser. And in here, let's go to recents, or basically it's probably going to be in your download folder. Mine isn't, just located differently. So I'm going to type in lesson 03. It's going to give me my folder right here. You see this right here, my folder. And then with my folder, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it.
Should I click download? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, if you click on your downloads, you're going to find lesson 3 folder, right?
Hold on. Slow today. Still working on it.
Oh, great. Yeah, double click that.
This or
Yeah,
this?
right there.
Right here?
Yeah, the file.
Okay.
Okay, and then see lesson 3.
Lesson 3, okay.
Double click. There you go. Cindy's there.
Okay. Finally.
So you can navigate to lesson 3, or what I like to do is I drag and drop it over here into my favorites, and then it's going to be here favorited, like last week. And you can see all the different files that we have here. Yes, we're all there.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're talking about the selection tool. Now, why do we need to select things? Because we're going in Photoshop, we can select subjects, we can select items, we can select individual pixels. And what that allows us to do is once we select the items and the pixels, we are able to then modify them. That's the benefit of Photoshop, is we want to select something and modify it in some way. Change the color, change the shape, change the size, change. That's what we're going to do. So I want you all to pick the file that says 03 select subject start.jpg and just double click that and it'll open us up into Photoshop. It should not be penguins. It should look like this.
It's
If
one
you
is on the right here, way on the right, but it's big that's on the right.
sure. Also, yeah, it's going to be that one.
Which one? This one?
Yep. Start. It should say start JPEG. 03 should be a lady with her hands up into the sky.
Yes.
All right. That's where we're at. If you got the penguins, spoiler alert, we're going to see penguins. Okay. So what we're doing is we can select many different ways. We're going to learn a whole bunch of different selection tools. And we're going to start basic Photoshop class, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to use this panel down here, which is, everyone see this comes up and the picture comes up. It's this menu down here. It should be right under your image.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, just a reminder, when we're working with our image on Photoshop, who can tell me how can we make it bigger or smaller? Do you remember from last week? How do we make the image bigger or smaller? Plus.
Zoom.
Huh?
Zoom.
Yeah, we're going to be zooming in. So if we hold Command plus or minus, we can zoom in or zoom out. Or we can, okay. Or we can go to View. And the other thing to know is there's zoom in and zoom out, and it shows our hotkeys up here. So if you go up to the menu on the top where it says View, we can affect the zoom in and zoom out. There's also a good one to note right here, which is Fit to Screen.
I lost it.
You lost what, Cindy?
I lost the whole thing. When I clicked something, it just went away.
Well, you're no longer in Photoshop, so go click back over to Photoshop. There you go. You just click behind and hit Bridge. So if you hit the green square, it'll make Photoshop full screen for you.
Right here?
Yeah, the green circle. Yep.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So convert to a normal layer. I don't want to do that. All right. we're going to bring up this toolbar down here, and we can see that we use this toolbar to remove things and to touch things, right? So again, remember, different tools will affect what we see. So we're going to be in the move tool, which is going to be the top tool. Looks like a cross. Or you can hit the hotkey V to get the move tool. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the first option, which is select subject. So let's click and say select subject.
It's okay if I do that right now?
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Oh, Lex is that too? It's loading.
It's loading. It's going to load it. All right. Generative fill now.
Yeah.
Click on, if it says generative fill, move your cursor away from there
Okay.
and just click somewhere on the black around the image. Okay, maybe, is there an X on generative fill? There we go. All right. We should see if you got rid of generative fill. Okay. All right. Just click on it, yeah. See if I can get rid of it. Oh, okay. Maybe that's it.
It's bad enough that I've tried to take this class.
It's just messing with me right now. So let's see if.
So now your other class that you're teaching is patience.
Yeah, this is patience for sure. So let's select subject,
Okay.
and then boom, we should be at that point.
Okay.
Okay, so what we notice, everybody there?
There's a square around that lady, right?
Couldn't find the subject? All right. Just making it easy on us. So, okay, channels, where's our layers? Layers right here. Let's click on the background and then let's select the subject to make sure. Okay. I see something really quick. Just see. All right, let's just get out of here and open it. So let's go back to bridge. Let's just see if we reload it, if that's gonna help it. Okay, so I am going to go. Hold on one second, everybody. This is actually a great thing that I was going to teach later on. Sorry, I can't see it at that angle. Find it. Oh, yes. Okay, it's in settings. Okay. So we need to. It's slightly different because it's a PC versus mobile. All right, hold on a second. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to deal with this afterwards, so if you could follow along, and then once I get into lab, we'll figure out what the issue is specifically. What you could do is jump on one of the computers here that are working, or you can follow along. And I don't know if we encounter this issue, I am just having, I'm gonna need a little bit of time to figure out this is on the PC. Do you know where the system settings are for Photoshop on the PC versus this? I just have to Google it because I use a Mac. Where's the preference panel?
Should be help, I think.
In help, it's okay. Maybe that's why. Normally it's
help.
Ernie,
It's either
you're my
preference or
TA.
system.
System info. That's just an about. Oh, plugin. Yeah, like normally it would be.
I just gotta do computer this week, just like this, and I can't figure it out.
Okay, let me look it up. Give me 1 second.
Just like this.
I'm pretty sure it's preference. I just don't remember
Yeah, where?
exactly how to get
Yeah.
there. I had to do it online.
Give me a second. Adobe Preference Panel. All right, great. Edit. Preferences, okay. Image process.
Oh, the PC itself is having trouble with
Yes.
processing.
Yes, there we go. Yay! I just had to Google where the preference panel
Yeah.
was on a PC. Okay, we'll talk about that in the future, but that is something, if your computer is going slow, you can change what we did was we changed this computer, remind me your name, sorry. Naeli's computer was having an issue using the generative AI, which is selecting the subject. And what you can do is if your computer isn't strong enough to use any of these features, you can go into here on the PC. You go on Photoshop, you go into settings, then you go into image processing. On a PC, you go to edit, preferences, image processing, and then right here, select subject and remove background. You can change that from cloud to device. Now, cloud is internet. So it's actually going into the account you logged into and using Adobe's servers to use the processing power. So it makes your computer run faster. If you have issues with cloud and maybe you have a fast computer, you could go to device otherwise. Personally, I'm always on cloud versus device because I'm using my PC's RAM for something else. Make sense? Yes. Great. Okay, now we're here. You log in? Okay, log in, download the files, catch up. Okay, we've selected the subject. We notice what's happening around the subject. Well, we have what is commonly called the ants. The ants are following one another. That is a commonly Adobe Photoshop using term, but really it's just a jagged line that's showing the subject, or it's a segmented line that's moving, that's showing us what is selected. And guess what? With this image, the computer was able, the cloud computer was able to say, hey, in this image, this woman must be the subject. Okay? So from here, we want to modify her. Let's make her bigger, okay? So what we can do is we can go in with our tool and make her bigger. And what I'm going to suggest to do is from here, well, before we make her bigger, let's go ahead and get this ready for you to be able to submit. So let's go, we should, since we're working on the JPEG, let's go File, Save As. Yes,
That
we're
file on
gonna
the top there?
file. Click file drops down and we go to save as.
Okay.
And then I want you to change the name from O3 selects a subject start to make it O3 select subject and then your name.
So take off start.
Take off start and put Cindy. And also for format, before you click save, in format, change that from a JPEG to a Photoshop. That makes it from a JPEG into a Photoshop file. Because remember, in order to get credit on your assignments, you have to give me the JPEGs, or you have to give me a PSD, which is a Photoshop file. And why is that?
So you can look at.
So I can look at your layers and see that you did the work, and that's how you prove it. Yes.
Do you want us to like save it afterwards, or does it just automatically save as we work on it?
As you work on, it will automatically save. There's an auto save that your program's set to, but it will ask you to save if you haven't. Basically, if you save it and you save it to the cloud, it's auto saving all the time. It'll save when you close the program.
But you want us
If
to do it
you-
again for the JPEG?
I want you to export a JPEG. Remember, because you also, to get credit, need to upload that to share your work, right?
So I wrote my name Cindy and put, after that I put Photoshop.
You write Cindy and then you go down to format here. And where it says JPEG,
Okay.
you change it up to Photoshop. Then from there, we say save.
Photoshop EPS or just Photoshop?
Just Photoshop. It's going to save it as a PSD. And basically, it saves it either your computer to the cloud.
And then just for save.
Hit save.
Is PSD the same thing?
Yeah, so all Photoshop files are saved as a PSD file. So that just means that it's the file name is .psd. So like a JPEG is a JPG, right? Or there's another file type called PNG, or there's a TIFF, or there's a whole bunch of different file types. Each one serves a different purpose. A PSD is going to be a bigger file. You don't ever want to submit your PSD to like a printer or anything because it has all the layers. What you want to do is export it as a compressed image file for print, and that'll be a JPEG, maybe a PDF or a PNG. What? EPS is another file type, right? So we want Photoshop. We're saving it as a Photoshop, which maintains what's most important is our layers. And once we've saved that, let's go ahead and make a layer. So we're going to go up to the top. We're going to click on the layer button. It's up on the top of your screen. Click layer. We're going to go into the new tab and let that open up. And then what we're going to do is go file, new layer. We're going to do layer via copy. See that? All good? Click that. What do we notice has changed on Photoshop? You should notice that your layer right here, I can't go full screen because this TV doesn't show my full screen. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and easier for everyone to see, I think. Let's do this just so we can see this. Oh, now I'm back in Bridge. I'm usually a mouse person, but I didn't bring my mouse today because I don't think it's easy. All right, I'm just going to make it so we can see it better. There we go. Okay, so we all see the layer right here?
Right.
Okay, so what I want you all to do is see the eyeball. The eyeball is to hide a layer. So let's hide the background layer first. And what happens?
Click the eyeball.
Click the eyeball next to where it says background. The background disappears, and we can just see that we copied the woman to a separate layer. Now we just, anything that was selected in our subject, we copied it and made a new layer.
It's not, mine is, it didn't do anything. It just, I clicked the eyeball.
You clicked the wrong one. I said click the eyeball next to the background.
Oh, right here.
Okay, and then click the eyeball to bring the woman back. There's no eyeball, make the eyeball come back. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and let's try layer new. Layer via copy. Could not make a layer from the selection because the select layer is empty. Okay, well there we go. Let's go file, layer new, layer via copy. Okay. We're just gonna delete this layer for right now. But look, there we go. Something just practice. We're gonna have to practice it. Yep. Yep. You want to bring it in? Yeah. Okay. So what you can do is open Bridge. No worries, no worries. This is all good. This is how we're learning. Lots of time to play with it. Do the thing again, everybody. This is intro. We're learning how to use it. Okay, now in Bridge, you're gonna navigate and find you downloaded it, right? Say allow, and you're gonna hit your downloads. Click the file. Yeah, double click it, and lesson 3 right there. Double click, and then we want that one to start with. Yep. Double click. You can do, yeah, you remember that from last time, but we can do that in the future. There we go. Now, got it. Now I want you to hit select subject. There. Just to give it a second. It's thinking. It's finding the subject. All right. Let's Oh, there we go. Subject. All right, selected. And so then what we did was we came up to layer new, and we said layer new. So look, now you have 2 layers. Okay, the thing that I all want you to do with layer 1 right here, layer 1 right here, I want you to rename it and call it woman. Okay, how do we rename it? Click where it says layer 1, and if you double click, it'll highlight and give you the text option, and you can delete it, and we can change it to woman.
So just click layer 1.
Double click layer 1. It should highlight like a text field. Just click on its name. Yep, type woman. Good. All right. And then once we're there, let's turn back on the background. So let's reveal the hidden button, basically make the eyeball come back. You click the blank square, the eyeball comes back. You know the eyeball you clicked? Where you click that area, it should come back. You should see this. Yeah. Now, if we click on the woman layer and we get the cursor, we can transform this woman. So how are we going to do that? So we're going to do the transform key. So it's Command T to transform. Command T is transform. Or if you already have, looks like some of you, my computer is slightly different, I think, but we got Command T. We should all see the box around the woman. Yes?
Yeah.
So what this allows us to do is select the woman, and we want to go ahead and see these pinpoints, these square markers on here. It's going to change our move tool from an arrow to a expand tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here on the expand tool. Let's click, and then we're going to drag. And we're going to drag up until we're going to make her about 10% bigger in height. And how do I know that I made her 10% bigger in height? We can look right here. See where it says height here? When I click and drag, it goes from 100%, and I want to go to 110%. Make sense? So let's make her bigger. We should, what do we notice when we make her bigger? There's two of her. There, she's behind in the background still. All right. She's got 4 arms, right? Like, yeah. So we made her slightly bigger in the image. Cool. Right? So let's fix this image, right? So let's get rid of the old version of her. Let's go ahead and we're going to make our woman layer hidden. We're going to turn it off. Hit the eyeball, make the woman layer hidden. Then let's click onto background so that it's selected on our layer. It's when we start working with more layers, it's going to be really important that we're selected on the layer that we want to affect things. Now, remember, we're doing constructive Photoshop, not destructive Photoshop. And let me show you what destructive would be. I'm going to click, and you should all do this. Let's select subject one more time on our,
On the top there,
it should pop up on the bottom bar.
select subject.
Select subject. And it should do it again. No problems this time?
No.
Good. We're on the cloud now. So that's good. Christian, if you have any questions, feel free to just ask or follow along. Okay. Good. Cool. All right. So what we're going to do, can you guess what we're going to do? Yeah.
Wait,
We're going to remove her. So we are going to use the remove tool, which is here on this option. So let's click remove.
where's that?
It's see the little bar where you said select subject.
Remove.
It changes. Yeah, let's click the remove option. It selected the big one. You were on the wrong layer. So remember, we need to, so let's say deselect. I want you to do it, okay? So deselect, and then make sure you're selecting the background layer,
Right here,
okay?
do I,
Now hit select subject.
do I?
All right, no, Cindy, you're doing, you're good. Hit remove. It has to download it. Yeah, give it a
and then-
second.
And press OK.
Say okay, yeah, you can tell it. It'll
I
work.
don't want to learn anymore.
Yep. Give it a second. Yeah, say remove. Okay, say okay. All right, next week I'm gonna go through and remove. Well, I have to do it on every computer. Okay, maybe I'll do that.
Maybe you'll take a week off.
Yeah. Let's just give it a second. Remember, it's got to download if you have it here on the computer. But you can see what's going to happen. It's going to do like what we did last week when we got rid of the wires. We got rid of what? There's a ghost, right? It's not perfect. Remember that's what happened with our wires also, was it wasn't perfect. So we had to go in and clean it up, right? And we can manually clean it up with the tools we learned about last week. But I'm going to show you something even better than that. I have no patience, so if somebody clicks remove again, let's see if it'll
Remove again.
or is it still there? Targets unsupported. Give it a second, it's downloading. Pretty
My
cool.
dog keeps showing up.
Yeah, it's showing you how to do it.
Remove again.
Which is interesting. Did we use the remove tool last week? Why does it have to download those components again?
No, we didn't.
We didn't use the remove
No,
tool?
we used the
Distraction,
one.
but I think that's the same.
No, I think that was the remove tool. I'm pretty sure we used the remove. It looked like a Band-Aid, right?
Why components are being downloaded.
Yep.
Exactly.
Spot heal. Yeah, we used the remove tool. We went through the spot healing brush, the remove tool, and the healing brush tool. So really interesting. Yeah, let's just give it a second, everybody. I have no patience, but let me show you while we're sitting here watching me do it. So what I'm going to do is we notice now that the remove tool, just gonna happen. Last week it just like randomly started working, right?
Oh, mine's done.
Yours is done? Great. Okay, one down.
It pops up.
It pops up a green thing? Okay, great. All right, who's gonna be number 2? That's the exciting thing. Yours already work?
I never did it again.
No, it didn't work or it did?
No, I did.
Okay, great. Okay, what I'm gonna show you is, of course, she went away, it generatively filled. We can see like in the clouds, but, and then we get this new layer. And if I turn on and off this layer, we can see that this remove layer is basically putting something over the old image. So if I turn this off, it'll always have our original image. So constructive instead of destructive. If I was destructively a Photoshop person, and while I'm letting you all download stuff, I'll distractively. What I could do is I'm here on my background layer. I selected the subject, and if I hit the delete button, what happens to the lady here? Becomes this checkerboard, right? Who knows what the checkerboard means in Photoshop? It's a transparency. So if we exported this, there would be nothing there. If it was a JPEG, it would be black. If it was a PNG, it would be invisible, because different file types export transparency differently. So essentially, there's nothing there. And if I have nothing here in my background, what does that mean? It means I could put something behind it and it would poke through. And we'll talk about that. But we're going to work. I basically, if I hit deselect, my image now will always have a hole in it, essentially, because I just deleted. There's ways to get rid of things like masks that we'll talk about in the future that stays constructive instead of destructive. When I first learned Photoshop, I was a horribly destructive Photoshopper. And I will tell you that it'll bite you in the butt more times than not. So always just follow the proper constructive protocols. Now of course, I'm going Command Z. Anybody else get their remove tools yet?
It just said the target layer is unsupported.
Nice and slow. I wonder if every time we click it, it goes again. So yours is working? Okay, great. Still waiting on Santi? Okay. Oh, cool. Great. That makes me happy. What I would suggest is we're just gonna say, okay, we saved it, close it, open it again. All right, let's go ahead and select the subject. Move.
See, generative AI.
Cool. Counted in it. Okay, great. All right, love it. Well, it worked once. Can I see this for a second? Okay. I want you to go file, save as. This document cannot save. Then I want you to. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say save. Hit allow. Okay. Save that. Okay, we've encountered an issue. Oh, yeah. Not good, no. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try something with Santi before we mess up yours, okay? Let's just quit Photoshop. Yeah, let's save, cool. Makes me mad to have to, I'm clicking on the Santi one to open it up again. And let's try it one more time. Select subject. Remove. Let me just double check this for a second. Never easy. Never easy. Okay. I think that's probably our issue. So let's say remove. Supported. Very cool. Okay. If this can't work, we'll definitely follow along. Okay. But let me try it one more time, and then we get in the lab, we can figure out this. Can't spend the whole time sitting here. Okay, okay. Yeah. Might be good. This would work. Upgrade. All right, one more thing. We're gonna do a quick Photoshop. Time. Sati. Subject. Okay, well, let me show you this. We can, okay, sorry, while it's going, let's, take a look. Okay. You save it? Okay. You reopened it? Okay. We are going to have to just move on and we'll talk about it in the future, figure out why this issue is occurring. But I don't know with these computers specifically, definitely worked on one over here and I can have help you when we go into lab specifically. Let me show you though. So now I have this layer here. We can see that it generated a layer over on top of it with generative AI. If my AI wasn't working, I would go like here, I would go right here. If this was me and I couldn't use the program as I expected, I would go ahead, I take my background layer and I drag it down here to the bottom next to the trash can, which is copy layer. So right down here, I would drag and drop it. Now I have a layer copy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to manually get rid of this woman using one of the tools. And so what I'm going to do is I would go in like last time and use the remove tool. And remember with the remove tool, I was able to use the remove tool and then color the red over the part that I wanted to remove. So if I click there, it's going to think. We used the remove tool last week, so it should work.
So I had to drag the.
Drag your layer onto the icon that looks like a square with a plus in it. That is copy layer. It's right next to the little trash can icon. Now, all right. I'm teaching you something that I don't think we need to do right now, but you know, we could use the remove tool and get rid of her like we did last week. Oh, it's just making her slightly weirder looking. Let's see. Healing brush. Let's see if all the fun tools we learned about last week. Say, oh, cool, we're getting rid of her. Let's make it bigger and just get rid of her completely. And in fact, if I hit select subject, then I can use that subject and color over her to get rid of her. All right. But sorry, that's just a fix. Let's go back to this. Let's imagine our remove tool worked and it's here. Now what I want to do is I want to turn back on our taller version of the woman. All right, so our top layer woman should go there. All right, those of us who haven't got rid of her, we should look something like this. We have two versions there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my layer here. I'm going to use the clone stamp tool, which is right here. The clone stamp tool is a really cool tool that allows me to select images from the image here. And I'm going to command click, and I'm going to basically erase her.
This right here.
All right. So that was one way I destructively got rid of the woman clone tool. We'll talk about that more in the future. For those of you who can't do it, when you get to the lab, I'll come in through because that's not what I'm talking about today. There's more than one way to do everything, and today's select tool day. So from here, basically, that's all we wanted to do with this first image was remove the lady and put the other lady on top. And why is Photoshop not working on these computers? I don't know. What I would suggest is restarting the computers. But if you restart the computers, it's going to, unless you have a hard drive to save your files, it'll delete your files. You plug it in and save your files to your hard drive. Try a restart. That might help the problem. When in doubt, restart is my #1 solution, which I affect. So what you're going to do is save this file, and then we're going to close it. Save, file save, or Command S is the hotkey for save.
File save up here.
File save. Then we want to go back to Bridge. Now remember, Bridge also, we can zoom in and zoom out if you want to look at the different icons, which is Command plus or minus, or you can go up to View and full screen preview is an option there. Or you could change it to a slideshow to review mode. But basically, Command plus is what you can also control down here at the bottom, how big you want your icons with this slider. And personally, what we're going to do is we are now going to move, and we want to go to O3 Object Selection Start. It's going to be the penguins. Let's double click and open up these penguins here. Everybody got the penguins open?
Yeah.
Good, great. Our penguins are open. So what I want you to do, and if you go back at Bridge, you can see my end version, what the end version should look like. And notably, I always put in my finished PSD so you can look at my layers in case you want to like figure out what I did. With this one, we are removing, we're going to get rid of this penguin right here. How are we going to get rid of this penguin? Well, what did we do with the last image? Select the subject, right? What happens if you click select subject on this image? We'll do it. Let's see what happens. Hit select subject down on this menu down here. If I hit select subject, it not only does all three, it selects everything basically in the image because the computer doesn't know like, hey, these are the subjects that I want to remove. So what we need to do is use a different selection tool. There's many other selection tools that we're going to use so that we can know how to select the subject. So what I'm going to do is you can either hit deselect right here, which will get rid of the ant line, or the hotkey Command D, which is deselect. Command or Alt, right? Sorry, PC user. What is it? Alt? Yeah. Or is it Control or Alt? Yeah, I think it's control is the equivalent of. Oh, you're right. It would be Control. Yes. Okay. So let's go over to our toolbars here. And the fourth one down should be a panel of selection tools. If we click over on the third one down, it might, let me look at some T's. It's going to look like a square with another square in it and a triangle. You click and hover over it. Remember, all of our tools will tell you their name if you click and hover, but also remember the way that way the tool panel works. So look, I click over and the tool we want is going to pop up and tell me this is the object selection tool. That's the one we want to work with. But if we click on our tool panel, we also see that there are some hidden tools. And we're also going to talk about the quick selection tool and the magic wand tool. You see the tool, Cindy?
No.
So this is your toolbar right here, Cindy. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 down.
1, 2,
3, 4.
this one? Okay.
So we're going to work with the object selection tool. So let's click that. And what you should notice is when you go and just click and select your tool. Remember, when we select our tools, it changes all of our options up here on the top.
Which one are we gonna use?
We're using the object selection tool.
Object, the first one.
Yep, click that one. Now go over your item and what happens over your items?
Okay, it's pink.
Pink, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, my computer doesn't do it. I don't know why, but that's all your computer should be pink. It should turn pink, right? Mine doesn't turn pink either. I don't know what I did. I tried to get it. So what I want you to do is notice that if you go over a bunch of different things will select. So at one point, the snow, you can select the penguin. So basically it's telling you like, this is the subject. So let's click this penguin and look, mine will work and select that penguin, but I don't get pink for some reason. I don't know why, what I did. I messed up something. I spent an hour trying to get it back and I couldn't do it. So I'm going to tell you sometimes it should be pink though. Everybody got pink?
How many issues?
What's your issue, Cindy?
Okay, I'm clicking the pink one.
Yep.
and I'm
Is it
trying-
pink?
Yeah.
And then once you click it, it should look like this. Yes? It's got, it turned pink. That's it. Well, lucky duck, I can't get mine to go pink for whatever reason. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
Haven't
And then do
Googled
we
it.
click remove?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We will remove the penguin.
She can paint everything.
Okay, so you probably clicked the snow then.
Okay, now I'm back on the pink one.
So back on the penguin. So you hit deselect if you click the wrong area. If you collect the snow, you're basically selecting everyone but the penguin. You should just have this one penguin. Okay? All right. Now, what I want to tell you is if we remove this penguin, what's going to be wrong with our picture here? Something's going to be weird. Shadows, right?
Yeah.
Which you have a shadow there.
Let's try.
How do you get rid of the shadow too?
But you can select it, but it's not working. Like you could do the same thing as the penguin, or you could use like the brush selection thing
Sure.
and try to color it in.
Yep. There's multiple ways, but I want to tell you right now, what we can do is look at our selection here. And I am just zooming in on the foot of the penguin. All right. Notably, I want to get rid of this shadow here because that's that penguin's shadow. And it's not going to make sense if the penguin goes away and the shadow doesn't. So I'm going to zoom in here and I am going to go up to my tools and we can look at these different options. Remember, every single tool will have control panels for the tools and they'll either pop up here or we have option bars down here. So what I want to look at is these options up here, which makes a new selection or I have add to selection. So that means I already have something selected and I want to add to my image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this one, add to selection. And now what that allows me to do is I can click and I can draw and say, oh, not big enough. So I want to add to the selection. I want to add the rest of this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically draw a square. And we saw that, oh, look, it added some of it, but not all of it. Oop, there we go. I want to take that one too. Look, and I'm refining my selection, what I'm going to remove. So I can draw, and sometimes it's going to say, if it doesn't say, oh, not enough information, you have to draw a bigger square. Look, that one, it can't find enough. The edges might be too small. Okay, so I might need to use another tool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my quick selection tool. Is that, oops. Object selection. And instead of a rectangle, I'm going to change it to a lasso. And the lasso allows me to draw a circle instead of a square. So that really allows me to refine my shadows. So even I'm going to go in and draw a lasso right there. I'm going to go and say, I want all of this removed as well. Everybody doing that? Or you need help? Okay, look, even over here behind this penguin, I am going to draw and say like, hey, this shadow I want to go away as well. And I want to add selection. And what's notable, I'll come and help you in just a second, Cindy. But I am going to say, look, you can do multiple areas that are selected. So I'm not only just selecting this penguin, I'm selecting his shadow over here. And now once I remove it, it's going to be added. Now, let's say that I drew my selection here, but look, oh, I selected some of this white area. I don't really want to remove that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to these rectangles. You can see with two rectangles on top, I'm going to do one that's a full rectangle and a closed rectangle or a closed square. I'm going to go subtract from selection. So I can actually, sometimes your selection tool might select too much. So I'm going to use my lasso tool and just draw and say, hey, I want that removed. Oops. So look, it did an okay job, but now I'm going to go back and do add again because I am going to just manually, again, we're going to draw it on here. Oops, not enough information, but basically I'm hand drawing it. Again, without my mouse, my trackpad isn't as good, but let's say, okay, I'm happy with that. Huh? Oh, yeah. The selection brush would be good too. Quick selection tool or the brush. Yeah.
At least for like the small.
So yeah, yes. There are a lot of, the selection brush, we could go in and make sure you select the plus brush. We can see there's the plus right there. So I can go in and say, okay, well, I want to add that. Look, and you can see I can like manually draw it on. And look, it's selected the whole subject. Well, I'm going to say undo because I didn't want that. But then I could select the minus brush. And the minus brush allows me to take out stuff. It's going to remove similar elements. Make sense? These are all different selection tools that we have access to. We're going to have lots of opportunities to play with this. But then once we get this penguin here, now we're going to say remove. Still not working with remove? Here, restart your computer. Santi's going to try. Let's not. Boom. My penguin is gone. But I still have some shadow here that I'm not happy about. So what I could do is now I could select, and you could see I use my selection tool here. I want it to be a plus, or I can just be my selection tool. All right. Let's go ahead and let me show you also the magic wand tool. The magic wand tool is another selection tool. Now, what's good about the magic wand tool is I can select areas. It'll select a certain subject. So let me just make sure I have the right option on. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer, I think. Yeah, I'm on my remove layer. So let me go back down here. All right, and my tolerance is really high, but let me do that. All right. What you can see is adjusted tolerance. Tolerance is how much, but it selects similar pixel values. So it's going to look for something that is all similar color. So realistically, this would be good to like, hey, I want to remove all the blues out of an image. And depending on how much tolerance, and then also you can see that basically based on my tolerance, it selected this entire shadow. Okay, but what if I want to select all the shadows? With the magic wand tool, I can turn off contiguous. And I click here and look, it's selecting all of the similar pixels within the image. So that way I could change all the colors. I could affect everything. Now you notice based off of tolerance and everything, I've selected way more than I want, but guess what? We could just use the minus and remove our selections and refine our selections so it's perfect. Santi's relogging in. Let's see if he's able to get that. And then maybe both of you will have to relog in. Okay, remove the penguin. That's what we need to do for this image in order to get credit. So you have to remove the penguin, make the shadow look good. I would also say that like, hey, this penguin has a shadow on it. That's the camera shadow?
Might be. Because like if you look at the bottom one, as well, you can see like the
You're
tripod
right.
and then
Okay, so I'm not mad about that.
and I think the other thing
This is the-
behind them.
Yeah, so yeah, so for sure you want to get rid of the shadow that was on its left side. But all the other shadows I'm fine with. You can play around, put hats on the penguins or whatever you want to do. Remember, you can always go ahead. Yeah, little top hats, tuxedos and everything. But essentially, we should say file, save as. I'm going to go in. I'm going to make sure it's a PSD in a Photoshop. And I'm going to get rid of start and call it Tim because that's my name. You don't call it Tim. You call it whatever your name is. All right. I'm going to say okay. All right. That's all you have to do is get rid of the penguin.
Well, mine is not going away.
Okay. Well, Santi's trying to see if that'll work. Hey, Marty, welcome. Let's log in Santi and see if that works. You can also move to a different computer and try that if you're frustrated with it. I'm sorry, it's frustrating. I don't understand why. We can wake these ones up. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Cool. All right. Okay, log in or what? No. Well, things are going great. All right, love it. Just give it a second, you know. Hey, look, this computer is open and working. Try a different computer. It should be working. Okay, while we're still problem solving. Let's try that one. While we're doing that, let's make sure. And again, once we go into lab, I will come through and basically redo the whole lesson and help you with the problems that are going on with computers. So if you could try a different machine if your machine's not working, would be my guess. If not, we know that one is working. But yes, let's go to the remove background. It should be, we're going to open up remove background start.psd. So get your bridge, download it again, gablin.edu. open up Safari if yep. I got an adapter for sure. I mean, I had an adapter. I might not have it online. Just double check. I normally do, but I think I left it at home today. And we might have one here in the studio, hopefully. Oh, all right. Let me just double check. Oh, hold on, everybody. Yeah, that would work. Your cable didn't work?
No, this one, I think it's locked.
Let me see. You can't save anything to it?
No.
Just check. Interesting. So let's just do this. Try to click. I think the wrong file. It might not be a Mac formatted. Probably not. Would be my guess. The adapter worked it last time though for you? Was that
Yeah.
oh for that one? Oh yeah, use that. Yeah. Okay, great. Cool. You want to do downloads? This was it. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, great. You have an adapter. Great. I forgot mine. Sorry. Santi, were you able to, is this one letting you remove it?
Right now.
Select subject, yep, there you go. Say remove. Let's just try remove. Say okay. Okay, now be patient on it. It's got to download all these features. So. Cool. Hopefully, let's have patience on here and hope that this solves the issue. Okay, what we're gonna do is those of you who can do it, we'll keep working on those. We open up this PSD. Remember, I didn't give you a JPEG this time. I give you a PSD. Why is that? This one already comes with 2 layers, the bicycle layer and the new background. What I need you to do is remove the background from the bicycle.
How do I get that? How do I get there?
You go into Bridge,
The bridge.
and we're going to choose the file that says O3 remove background start.psd. Marty, you have to go to Canvas to download the files if you want to work off the files.
Okay.
But basically, you're showing me that you can remove a subject, and we're using selection tools today. All right.
Click on the subject.
Just let it wait. It's downloading. Just patience. So we're going to be using the remove feature again, which has been very successful today. So I'm excited. But with this one, we're going to use the remove background feature. Now, what remove background does is we're going to select remove background, and we'll notice what happens to the background. Oh, so deselect there. What happened to my back? I hit remove background. Those of you who also have computers at work, were you able to remove the background of the bicycle? Well, Cindy, yes, not yet.
Never.
What happened?
What do I do? Click background?
No. Okay, let's go back to the move tool. We're no longer using the, yeah, click there. Yeah,
Right
move
here?
tool. Mhm.
This one?
Cool. Now we're on this layer and let's hit remove background. Let's try this one since we're. Let's just get you to a different computer and try that one. Oh, worked on yours, Cindy. Oh, hey. Woohoo. Santi, maybe it'll work without having to download anything.
Just keep-
Yours worked, Cindy.
It did?
Look, yeah, your bicycle background went away.
And your mask.
Yeah, look, and we have a mask now. So notably, what happened is when we removed background, we created this, see this black and white image that's on the same layer? It's called a mask.
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
How do I get this back?
all right. If you hold Option and click the mask, it's going to select and we're going to see the mask up here. So hold Option or Alt and click the mask. And that allows you to basically view the mask. Now, what happens is we're looking at a black and white image. Yes. The password is student1, capital STUDENT, and then the number 1. I love it, Ernie. Okay, so what our mask does is it basically is creating anything that's black becomes transparent and erased or removed from the image, and anything that's white maintains its opacity. It's yeah. Hey, let's open up the bicycle one and try that.
What do I do?
Great success today.
How do I open this?
Cool. So click on the bicycle layer and hit remove background.
Tim, how do you do what you did on the Mac?
You click on the bicycle right here on the layer and hold option click.
Oh, okay.
So now what's interesting is this mask is great because it's a lot of refined layers. If we use the selection tool on the bicycle, it would be a lot harder because there's all these spokes, and we could actually go in and draw on this mask and add and remove. What I want you all to do is just zoom in so we can like examine exactly the pixelations of everything within the item that we're looking at. Again, I'm going to hit Option. I don't want to select that. Say OK. Option and clip made it visible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over off of my layer and go back to the bicycle. So if you just select your layer again, and we notice about our mask. So this is what's called a mask. Now it's linked. See this linked icon right here? That means that if we transform the layer, it's going to transform the mask as well. So we want to transform this layer. So if we click on here and look, Santi made the background disappear. So we can see, look, we just have the bicycle layer. So what we need to do is just transform this bicycle so that it fits better in the image. How would you transform the bicycle to fit better in the image?
Make it a bit bigger.
You can make it bigger, but realistically, what I'm asking for is look how the ground is at an incline and the one tire looks like it belongs when the other tire is off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the layer. I'm going to go Command T to transform to get our transform box up again. If you already have it up, you don't have to hit Control T. But what this will allow me to do is remember we clicked on the middle one and we dragged it out to make our image bigger if we wanted. Right? We can make it bigger. Or mine's not doing it now.
Now, in the homes.
All right. So look, what I'm going to do here is I am going to go and move my move arrow over to the corner. Now, if I go to the corner, it's going to go diagonally, so it'll make it longer and bigger. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside of the corner, and what it gives me is a curved arrow. You can see it right here. The curved arrow goes left and right, and what that allows me to do is rotate my image. So all I want to do is rotate the bicycle to where I think it looks like it belongs on the incline. And then also to make it a little bit better, I'm going to move it up and I'm going to adjust it. And I'm going to hit return or deselect. Got it? That's all we had to do with this image. Boom. Save it. We're done with this this feature. Eduardo, any help? Is it working?
Yeah.
Are you logged in?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back over here and select here to see what it looks like. And then if we go Command T, thank you for the help, Marty. And then we can go Command minus to zoom out. You want the bicycle that big? Oh, I'm asking. But remember, we can make it bigger, smaller.
Bigger.
There you go, tiny bicycle.
Tiny
And then we can rotate it. What is this? Make sense?
Yeah.
So you can play and move it within the image and make it look where it belongs there. All right, save it. Command save. You should save as and get rid of where it says start. Say file, save as, remove start and put your name. TIM. That way you save your version.
I lost it.
Command S. No. Oh, that's not there.
Here we go. Well, okay. So if we do Command D. Oh, you lost your bicycle?
I
Okay.
can't find my bicycle. Somebody
All
stole my
right.
bicycle.
So we can here do click and you can click remove tool. Should be able to. There we go. Move your bicycle back.
Okay, now what do I do?
File, save as. Okay. Add your name to it, Cindy. Get rid of start and add your name. Okay, one more. One more for today. Great success. We feel like the bicycle worked for everybody. The penguin's not so much. And the lady, but guess what? We're going to go back to the lady. So let's go back to bridge. And I want you all to select, we're going to start with 03, select subject start.
JPEG? Yeah.
JPEG, yes, please. We'll always start with the JPEG. Okay, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and affect the sky. So, whoa, you made it pink already? Yeah, you have the selection tool on, that's why. So your object select tool wants to do that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. Remember from here, what I want you to do is let's go up to the select tool. So open it up, make sure you're on the JPEG layer. Go to the select tool. Now I want you to go, instead of select subject, let's select sky. in the perfect world, you're all gonna say, that worked no problem, Tim. Up in the select tool. So it's gonna be up here on the top where it says select. And you're gonna go and say sky.
We're gonna show them. It's like 3 on.
Yeah, it should be the JPEG. 03, subject select, start.
How do I do it?
Here. Click the, well, you just double click it.
It's not doing it. Oh, there it is.
Remove background.
I think it was just being slow.
Yeah.
Got it? Like it made your mask. Now what you need to do is rotate the bicycle. Yeah, so go up to the upper right-hand corner. More, a little more. You got it. Yeah, see that tool? Click and turn. Look, now you can rotate the bicycle to make it look like it actually belongs in the space. You can make it bigger or smaller. You can make it upside down if you want it. But I'm hoping you make it look realistic. Okay. We're in this tool. We're in this picture right now. We'll come back when we go into lab. Okay. This is the last thing I'm lecturing, and then we're gonna get into lab. Okay. We're not using a tool. We're going into select, and we're selecting sky. The computer's gonna know how to select the sky from the start.
Okay, what did I do?
You're currently selected layer background. Okay, we're not selecting subject. We're going up to select at the top of the screen. Oh, very top of the screen.
Right
The
here?
word select.
Right here?
You selected the subject. So hit deselect. The word select.
Okay.
Now select sky.
Sky.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Deselect. Okay. Now I want you to go up to select. Select up at the very top. And then sky.
Fine.
Great.
Okay.
Say okay. Cool. So what we notice is it's selected all of the sky space, not including our lady here, right? Our woman here. So this, like anything, is going to allow us to affect the image. So let's control the image and affect this. And basically the one that I'm going to have you go into today is let's go up back to where select was. We're going to select image. Okay, everyone go into image, and then we're going to select the adjustment. Adjustments. Now within adjustments, it gives us a lot of options. We're going to learn a lot more of these there. But image adjustments, and I am going to have you play with shadows and highlights today. Shadows and highlights are a way that we can affect white and black levels within our image. So you're going to click shadows and highlights.
Where's that icon?
You go up to image, adjustments, and then shadows and highlights.
And where?
Image, adjustment, very top. Where you click select, it is 2 over from that. Should say select type layer and then click image. It's going to have a drop down menu. Then you're going to select the adjustment one, which will then open up another menu. And then you're going to select the option that says shadow and highlights.
Image.
Image adjust.
Okay.
Image. Click it and go to adjustments. And go over to shadow and highlights. You have to go over before you move down, over, then down to shadows and highlights.
Okay.
The shadows and highlights are going to give us ability. Now, guess what? We're affecting the sky, which is blue and has sun in it. So it's not going to have any shadows. So let's go ahead and make our shadows 0. And what do you notice if you make the shadow 0? And go up or down with your shadows. What happens to it? If we go 0, it gets darker. But if we go higher, what happens?
It's brighter.
It gets brighter, right? Yeah, you definitely were playing around with it. Let's go 0, and then let's play with the highlights. Look, the highlights are affecting all the brightest areas, the white levels. Now, for me, I think to make this image a little bit better, basically the image is a little blown out, right? Especially in this corner because the sun's here. Now, if I go like this and make it all the way 100%, bring the highlights down, it makes the image look unrealistic, right? So what I'm going to do is actually go to like 10%. And that kind of just improves the image. But essentially what we did there was we affected this basically the image that way. Now remember, we're doing it within our root with our background here. We could have also gone layer new and said layer via copy. That would have made a different layer that just is the sky. So if I, for example, select my sky here and I go image adjustments, and I'm going to be a Photoshop student who wants to play with things, I'm going to go into hue and saturation. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to mess with the hue, which is the color values of the image. And look, now I made the sky pink, right? The sky is pink, just like Santi's was because he had the selection tool. It was pink, but now I made it pink. But also, since I did it on the other layer, if I hide that layer, I can always go back to my blue layer. And look, I changed the pink level without affecting the lady. New layer? Yeah, so basically, if we go to our background layer here and we say select sky, you already did that. So now once it's selected, go up to layer, new. Yeah, layer via copy or Command J. Control J. That'll give us a new layer. And then here we can go up into our image and go into adjustments. And now I'm going to choose a different one. I showed you shadow and control, but here I'm going to go into exposure. Exposure is going to let me really blow it out or bring down the exposure. This, of course, deals with the amount of light level that has gone into our picture. I can go gamma correction here. We're going to go more advanced once we're more advanced in the class. All I want you to do is affect the highlights and the lowlights, and do that with the second layer so I can see that you did it. Okay? Guess what? Save it. Those are the 4 things I want you to do this week, and share your work. Oh, dope shirt, by the way. I didn't see that. Yeah. Yeah, I love Goku. Although today's kind of a Luffy day. Okay, once you're done with your 4 projects, again, remember, we should go file. Oh, I clicked off of it. With this one, we should go file, save as. First, I want to save it as a PSD, so I'm going to call this one Tim. But you're right, Angel. Also, I'm going to go on this image and say file, export, and I want to export it as a JPEG. Export it. I'm also going to, let's do it into my documents. I'm going to save it wherever I'm going to save it. My hard drive would be smart. But then I'm going to open up here, and let's go back to our canvas. I'm going to go here. All right, week 3. Well, I did all the work. I want to get the assignment done. So I'm going to go to week 3 assignment. Oh, I have to do student view. I have to see what you see. Okay. Look, now I can say upload. Oh, I'm going to drag it here. All right. So I'm going to go into my lesson 3 where I saved my Tim PSDs. So I'm going to click and drag with the number 1. I am going to click and drag the number 2. I am going to click and drag my number 3. And I'm going to click and drag my number 4. So I'm uploading 4 files. Let them upload. All right. Let's go. Just let the internet work. All right, they're there. I'm going to say submit assignment. Boom. Uh-oh, I only see 3. I better put another one. Oh, no, it's there. The fourth one doesn't have a preview. There you go. All good. All right. Make sure all 4 of those files are uploaded for credit. I will be looking at your layers. If you don't have layers, that's a great way to lose points. Okay. The other thing is share your work. That's the other way we get points. All right. Topics locked. Oh, come on, Tim. You messed that up. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I locked it. That I put the due date as the lock date. Okay. That one's on me. The computer's not working today is not on me. But let me fix it. I'm gonna fix it right now. Watch, you can see how I do it in the back end. All right. I know exactly what I did. I did the instead of the due date, I did available date. Okay. Let's just clear that. Now we're saved. Everybody can submit their work. And you can see, look, oh, there's something I did. But here, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say upload image. And then I'm going to share one of the JPEGs I made. Which one where did I save? Oh, I saved it in the documents. That's where I saved it. All right. I'm going to click and drag, and there you go. Submit. And I'm going to say, I made this. Reply. I hit cancel. Dummy. I hit cancel. Oh, look. Yes. Auto load. Yes. Woo, I made this. Woohoo. Look. Let's say reply. Boom. There we go. Then I'm going to go and say, oh, I got to respond to at least 2. Okay. Let's say, cool house, Tim, but this wasn't the assignment. Then I'll say, what the heck? Cool. Substantial response. Great. All right. And then boom. Last thing you got to do. And I recommend going through and like reviewing everything. All of the things I lectured about are within here. But then take the quiz. There's a quiz every week. Every week there's a quiz. They're what?
They're funny.
They are funny, right?
Yeah.
I try.
Some of the responses. I was going through it and like the answer. Some of them were very funny.
Yeah. I like to do a funny one sometime. Most of the time I'm like, I have to figure out like, okay, how I write the quizzes. There's the right answer. There's an answer similar to the right answer. There's one that's just kind of random. And then I try to just be like one that's obviously wrong. So that's how I write quizzes. Okay. We're going to go into lab right now, which I'm going to walk through and walk you through the areas. I am really liking all your work. Those of you who have done it. But there's always time to turn in. If you don't, I accept late work. But right now is a question time. If your computer didn't work, I will sit and help you make sure it's going to work. Okay. And we'll walk you through the elements if you need to be. Cool. Need help with this one?
Yes.
Remove it. It's all right. No problem. Remove the background.
Oh, so okay.
So
Wait.
right here on this menu, we can see right there, remove the background. What it's going to end up doing is making a mask. And the way that you tell you have a mask. Also, hey, the great thing about the quizzes too is allow you to do 2 attempts. So if you totally botch a question, oh look, boom, there goes the complex background, but it makes this mask right here. If you click the option button and click it, you'll see that you can see the mask right there. And you can actually affect the mask by drawing white layers, white levels onto it. Oh, you know what? I did not mention this. This is part of the additional reading, but while I'm here, I might as well tell you, there's other selection tools. There's lots of other selection tools. The ones that I want to point out today is the rectangle marquee tool right here. And in fact, That's why I suggest you read everything before you take the quizzes, because I know it's in the quiz for sure. The rectangles marquee tool right here is a rectangle. Look what you could do. Hey, look, instead of selecting, I'm selecting this section and watch. Now I'm going to say layer new. Wait, I got to select the background, the marquee tool. I'm going to say new layer, be a copy. And now if we look, I went ahead and made, oh, shoot. Now I'm opening Premiere. Oh no, don't open Premiere. That's the other class. Man, I teach a lot of Adobe stuff. All right, look, I selected this layer that's just right there. What's also notable is I'm having you do our selection tool. And then if you go layer new, via copy, if I do via cut, what happens here? Well, what happened was I cut and I basically destructively messed up the background by punching a hole into it. So cut and copy. So making a copy is always better than a cut. And we'll talk more about that in the future. But so this selection tool makes a rectangle. If we click and drag, we can see the elliptical, which will draw a circle or a ellipsis. Is that what it's called? What's an oval called? Ellipsis? I think so. So look, I can select that, and that allows me to then do a selection tool like that. If I select this, I can click and I can oh, no, nothing was selected because it's on the wrong layer. I select that tool and look, anything selected in the tool, if I use the move tool, I can literally move it, but it creates a hole in the bottom. That's why I'm doing that. So anything with the selection tool there. Also just note deselect if you want to deselect that. Now I really messed up my image. I would undo that to fix it, but I'm not going to. The other tools to note is there's a single row marquee tool, which will allow you to select just a single row vertically, and there's a horizontally one as well. Pretty cool. Single row of pixels. Which shape do you want to change? Of what?
You mentioned there's different shapes, right? For the
Yeah, sure. Click off of your mask onto if you click the bicycle on your layer, it'll come back. And if you go over here, it's the second tool down, which should be defaulted to your rectangle marquee tool. If you click and drag it, it'll show you the other options. Just remember, there's so many tools that there's hidden tools in there.
Yeah, I was like, where's the hidden one?
All right.
I didn't realize you had to drag it for
Great.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah. I decided to make this bigger.
Nice. I love it.
Yes.
So I already have Lightroom for my personal stuff. but
Yeah.
To get Photoshop on here is like just log out and then log in with the student.
What was there anything?
Yes. You should be able to do that. Yeah. If you log in through your G number, you should be able to.
Into Adobe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, with the back. For the back. Oh.
Sign up. Are you using your Gab account to access Photoshop? No, you're using your personal?
Yeah,
Okay.
because when I tried making it with Gab, it said that I needed an administrator to do something. So I was like, okay, might as well just.
Okay. I'm not sure it's gonna work on your laptop that way, bro.
Oh,
But here, use your Gab Gmail, your Gab email there. No.
oh. I have it on here.
Oh my god. Starting. Wait.
Right here.
Oh.
Uh-oh, you restarted?
I don't know if it's doing an update right now. I was like, what just happened?
Oh, it might work. You gotta do the right login.
Okay, Tim, you lost me there when you downloaded, I think. I couldn't do it.
Okay, well, let me help you.
Can you help me?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
What do I do?
No problem. That's why we're here. Did you restart? Oh, okay, there we go.
What do I do?
Okay, so did you affect the sky layer?
I think I saved whatever it was. I don't know.
Okay,
I messed it up.
you messed it up.
Yeah.
Okay, but you saved it as Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh my god.
So then if you click up here,
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
so then let's go to gavlin.edu. You need to log in to turn your assignment.
Where?
Little junior.
Right here,
You click right there,
right here.
type gavlin.edu.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right.
Right there.
Right there, okay.
Now go into iLearn. It's to the right. One over.
Right here, okay.
Yep. Great.
Okay, now,
Cool. So then, okay, this is always a different view than I'm used to. Okay, where is? There we go. No. You scroll up, maybe because it's already passed, is that? Go back here, you clicked on the Photoshop.
right here.
Yep. I see for a second. I just. Dashboard is not what I use. So, okay, here we go. We scrolled up. So here's our Photoshop class right here.
Okay.
Okay. Within this class, we're in week 3. So in week 3, you need to turn your assignments. So for upload, you can drag and drop your files right here. The PSDs, right? So right here, Cindy, what you would do is you would go ahead and look at, say, PSD Cindy 1, say PSD Cindy 2. Hold on a second. Okay, we got remove. It's going. You want your select subject. Sky. Oh, maybe I should wait till it's done. I got the patience to do that.
Yeah, well, that's probably
My computer should be as fast as my brain.
Yeah, see, that's, I have 2 kids like that. And special needs.
Then object select right here. All right, here we go. We got all 4. Okay, 20 points that way. Submit your assignment. Then we'll go back here. Go to week 3. And you need to share your work. Oh, look, everyone's sharing their work. Oh, the penguin's gone. Oh, the bicycle's backwards. I like that.
Did I do that?
It wasn't you, no. Angie did that. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit reply. You're gonna go here. You're gonna upload your image. We can drag and drop or browse. Now we know that you probably have it here in lesson 3.
And you have this one. That's your JPEG. No, that's my JPEG. All right, Cindy, we need to export yours. That's one. So that works. Say submit right there. And then let's look at your Photoshop files. So we're going to open this. No problem. Yeah, great job today. We are going to pick that one as your bicycle. So we need to go File, Save As, and then, oh, not Save As, sorry, File, Export. We want to export as a JPEG. So we'll change this to JPEG and say Export. And save it to the documents. Great. One. That's your other one. File, Export. Oh wait, we already did this one, right? That's your sky. And then your penguins never worked, right? Just double check and see if we can. Yeah, the move is broken. Okay, I want to, you don't have to turn that one on. Well, let's share this other one, it'll be good. Oops. Go here. And we can apply here, Cindy. And we can upload, click, put the documents. Documents. Drag. Not supported. Cancel. Because we chose the wrong thing, I think. There we go. Say upload and submit. Oh. Okay, now the only other thing is what I recommend is going through, you can read all of these.
Right.
And then take the quiz.
Okay.
The quiz isn't due until Sunday.
Okay.
Or, and honestly, you can take a quiz.
Yeah.
Is at any point? Yeah, but make like the middle ones facing.
Okay.
Like make that one
Oh, yeah.
look left, like, yeah,
Mm-mm.
and
So
make a
take
move
the
a loop.
quiz
with
on
that.
Sunday. So everything is
Yeah.
downloaded on my computer. at
Everything's
home.
on your computer. You just have to go to gablin.edu and log into IRA. Use your G number and password.
Okay.
Okay.
And now I just click the red.
Once you're done, yeah, red to close it. You can just go Apple and say log out. What's it say? I don't have the admin code. So you either gotta subscribe yourself or use the
Okay,
PCs here at this time. Thank you.
I'll finish it
Alright.
at home.
Yeah, please. Please go crazy. Like I said, this is the intro class. We are learning the most basics, but if you already are beyond basic, please go beyond. You're only being judged on me being able to tell you can select a subject.
All right, I'll see you
And
next week.
replace a background.
All right.
And
I was gonna ask,
Thank
what
you
are
for
the
your help.
other things other than the bike?
well, of course, Marty, like every student, you could log in and see what click on week 3 assignment and know that you have to select a subject. Show me that you can do object selection, remove a background, and select the sky.
Tim, see you next week.
Great job, Ernie. Okay, those, if you don't want to do the files that I gave you, you can absolutely do other ways, but showcase, you should have layers that showcase that you have selected and removed something. Get what I'm saying? All right, Eduardo, how are you? How did I make it pink? Oh, great. So I made it pink by using hue and saturation. So the hue is going to be the color level. So if you click that and just drag it all over, like, see, you can make it pink. You don't have to make it pink. I was just going crazy. But if you can make green or blue, oh, it's already blue. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop the lecture right now.
Because
Daniel's just showing you the.
he. What's up, Daniel? Look. Come back here, Daniel. Oh,
I forgot what the password is.
Student,
Oh.
capital STUND, the number one.
Get that dramatic.
how you feeling? You good? No problem with the computer? You feel okay? Okay, good.
It dies too fast.
What's too fast?
The battery goes.
Oh,
I lost
yeah.
my rainbow.
Okay, yeah, mine does that too. I'm always like, all right, we're done. No one's on Zoom? Great.